Hello everybody, this is Abraham with North Shore Computer Services, and what do we have here? This just walked in. It's an Apple Macintosh 1 megabyte, let's see, Macintosh Plus. So, Macintosh Plus 1 megabyte. In decent condition. Let's see if it works. I don't have high hopes. I don't think it works, but who knows? Let's see what we will discover. It looks like this computer had been in a storage for quite some time. Before I plug in all the peripherals, let's just see if it turns on. That's the noise. There are no fans or anything. Oh, it actually works. It's looking for the disk. I have done some research. I don't think the disk drive works. Oh, I can put it in. These things are notorious for not working. Okay, something is not right. It doesn't align. Ooh. Okay, well, it's not liking. But we have the screen. That says a lot. And I can hear it's trying to read something, but that's about all we get. Well, let's take it apart and see what the deal is. There's some kind of button here. Oh, it's not a button. Just a little protrusion. Okay, well, this is what we're here for, taking things apart. In true Apple style, this one is not as easy to take apart as your regular electronic device, and the reason for it, there's two reasons. We need a star head. Let's see, what is the number? T15, something like that, for these screws. And the bigger problem is those screws in there. No screwdriver that gets in there, so I got them out with a different screwdriver. Anyway, let's lift this up. And this is what we have. Believe it or not, this is where I started my electronics career. The CRT tubes. I was doing TV repair. Long time ago. So I know that this is like a large capacitor, and if you don't drain the electricity from it, you can get zapped. We're not going in there. We don't care about that. What we care about the disk drive. There is a problem with this disk drive, as there is a problem with most of these disk drives. To pull that out, we disconnect the wiring harness from the motherboard. This is the disk drive wiring harness and the power supply. Okay. And now we can take this out. We can pull the motherboard. The motherboard is held in place by the screws that hold the back side in place. Don't need the motherboard. I'm gonna pull the disk drive out. This stuff is from, oh, let's see, I think it's like 80s. Is there a copyright date? There isn't a copyright date. Oh my god. Yeah. There are signatures in here. Let's see if I can bring that closer. There are signatures of people that built the Apple computer. And I can see Steve Jobs right here. Let's see if I can zoom in. More. There it is, Steve Jobs. I don't know any other people really. Bill something. That's so cool. Daniel Cull. That's so cool. I wish things were done this way today. This was built with love. Not the Macs I work on today. They're not built with love. Okay, let's take this apart. Well, I was looking for a date. Let's see if there is any date anywhere. Sometimes they put that on the picture tube. There's probably a date here somewhere. I just don't see it. Let's take it apart and then we'll look for a date. One of my first Western technologies was a Japanese-made tape recorder with a radio, and this one feels the same way. Well, they come from the same era. All right, let's see. Clinton Taiwan Corp. That's what built the display. I don't see a date anywhere. There's a serial number on here. Oh, I gotta show that. Oh, cow. Let's see. Hopefully it won't disintegrate on me. The thing's built quite sturdily. I like how it's built. Look at this serial number. Let me zoom it in. Zero, 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 one. I don't know what the numbers in front are. This might be the first one they produced. God knows. M0001. Maybe not. Oh, it's a model number. Okay. The serial number is in the front. Model M01. Okay. I don't know. But it's probably from 80s. Let's continue. Just taking this disk drive out, and it is not hard by any means, but it wasn't built with a lot of engineering thought, meaning they didn't think about ergonomics of assembling computer on the inside, which is okay. All right, what do we have here? I'm suspecting there's a problem in here. Let's take this out. This is the motor that drives the eject mechanism. And this is the gear assembly, reduction gear, to convert a motor that is not very powerful but spins fast into a powerful eject. Okay, as I thought. There's a bad gear. It looks like these computers all have suffered from the same fate. We can see, let me just zoom in a little bit. We can see that this first gear, come on, is completely disintegrated. This yellow one. Fear not, knowing that this is going to be in there. I've ordered a gear. And it came this is the replacement. Let's find the proper tool. God. This gear is just coming out in a million pieces. Okay. And by the way, this is the same fate that tape recorders are suffering and video cassette recorders. They have the belt drives, and those belts just basically completely disintegrate into some black goo. This one disintegrated into some plastic goo. Interestingly, it also reacted with the main gear that's on the motor, which is copper. So this plastic, this chemistry of the plastic reacted with the copper. That's never seen plastic react with copper. Okay, let's see. I'm told. Now, all I want to do right now is check to make sure that it actually works. And later, I will put some oil in there. Oh, let me see if I have any. I don't think I do. Yeah, I didn't bring any. But I also have, as I was researching, heard that the lubricant has failed. For some reason on mine, as you can see, it didn't fail, at least not completely. I will take apart the drive and lubricate it properly, but at least it's sliding back and forth, and allows me to eject the tape mechanism, or tape mechanism, what am I talking about? The diskette. Okay. So now I am going to do something unusual. And this should not be done at home. I will attempt to turn on, just put this off the computer while it is open. And this computer was definitely not designed for this kind of operation, to basically be turned on while it is all taken apart. And because we have so many contacts and components, we should be careful not to ground any of them accidentally. So I'm going to put a rubber barrier. Okay, that should be good. We'll put this in. And I don't know which position this should be in. So what I'm gonna try and do is see if the motor will find its own position for eject. All right, there is one more thing that I might need to do. Something like this. I need to have the disk drive case connected to the computer case, because it is sending, oh, I need something else. It's sending the minus through that. Okay, so check one more time, nothing shorted. Let's see what this will do. Now becomes the dangerous thing. Okay. So I can see it trying to do something, but I don't see it ejecting. So this disk drive might be bad. I just don't see the motor doing anything where it should really be spinning, but it is not. I'm just trying to take this thing off so that I could override the switch and make it open or close or do something, because it's not doing anything. Okay, I have a blank I have a whole set. So this is the storage diskette. This is the head. If you move the head a little bit, it does know it's in the wrong position, so it does move it back. That's good. But I'm curious why this thing is not reacting in any way, shape, or form. Let's turn it off. Let's get this out. Well, let's see. It's supposed to eject, but this one might have a bad motor. That's what probably happened. The owners I would say it stopped ejecting or something, and or stopped taking in the cassette. I'm sorry, the diskette, and they kind of put it in a storage for a long time. I will have to put some current on a motor to see if it actually spins. This is disappointing that I knew it was a bad gear just because it didn't do anything, but just a bad gear is not enough. There is probably a bad motor. I may need to look for a replacement disk drive. But what I'm curious about is when I was trying to put this in, it fought me. I felt like it was trying to eject it or something. Not sure what that was all about. Oh yeah, I can feel the motor getting warm. That's not a good sign. It should not get warm. Okay. It is what it is, but it's still a nice trip down the memory lane. Probably the electronic works. I can see the stuff on the screen. Don't know what the date is. There is no date anywhere here. 85 is one of the chips, so 1985, 82. So safe to say this one comes from the 80s. Hopefully this was an interesting trip for some other people down the same memory lane, although I was never exposed to this technology back in the 80s. I did work on a similar Apple computer, but never took it apart. Alright, so if you liked the video, give me a like. I know it's a little disappointing that it didn't work, but such is the repair. Thanks for watching.